in a position where you have to respond. What's hindering you guys from kind of like fully overcoming those moments? Because we saw the 11-0 run in the fourth, and then again, it's like the energy dips or something drops. And so I'm curious from the player's perspective, what you think is hindering you guys from really.
Yeah. I think it's just staying consistent in what we did in the run to be successful. Obviously going on 11-0 runs, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus, but then we have to, the basketball is a game of runs, so we know they're going to go on a run. So then it's like, okay, now we got to lock in even more. I know we're tired, we're exhausted, we spend all that energy trying to come back. It's just about locking in a little bit more, and just making shots and, continuing to move the ball and get the ball to where it should be going.
I'm obviously not a professional athlete, so can you describe like what that mentally takes? Like, what's the mentality you have to have in those moments?
I think we just need to be put in these moments more. I think that helps. For me personally, I am learning how to adapt in these moments and playing more volume minutes. So it's just my body and our body getting under us, and then us finding a way to come back when we are down or when we do let them get a run. Like, it's just all of us getting on the same page and kind of giving each other grace. Y'all do have to understand, we have a lot of people out. We've had a lot of changes. We're trying to figure it out as best as we can. We're putting our bodies on the line. It's just give us grace. We're just trying to figure it out.
Last one for me, across the league now, we saw the Mystics pull off that win against the Dream, which officially moves them into 8th place. What's got to be the mentality now that the playoffs is essentially in someone else's hands? Like, you can't control what the Mystics do the rest of the season. So I guess, how do you approach these last 3 games now?
Our mentality stays the same. Before coming into this game, we spoke about, getting wins these last 4 games. So same thing applies. We just got to keep getting wins and just focus on that, and focus on what we can control.
We still here. We ain't going nowhere. We still here. For sure. We're coming out with the same mentality, same mindset. Every game.
We'll go to Andy. Questions for players only, please. Andy?
Yeah, hi, for both players. I know nights like this are obviously tough, but are you able to still, kind of take a step back, take a breath, and just kind of appreciate where the league is, where women's sports in general are, and what it's been like kind of having an up close view to all that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Especially from Angel and Caitlin.
Yeah, this is just a tough question to ask at the moment and a tough for us to answer. But, I mean, you're here. We'll try to answer. I think, just watching the basketball that's been played this season, and watching the talent that's been on the floor just across the league for every team, it's just been phenomenal. Asia is about to reach 1,000 points in a season, in a 40-game season, which is incredible. Chennedy came back this year, has been hooping out for us. Obviously, the 2 rookies, Caitlin and Angel, and Angel has been huge for us and has been setting records as a rookie this season. The basketball has just been very, very high level, and the interest has been high too. So we just want to continue to do that. Keep it about the basketball. And just keep it at a high level at all times.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, players.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. Thanks.
That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Just wrong moment. Yeah, like.
You guys good going like that? All right, start with in person.
I'll just get right here so everybody can see.
Just the same question I started with for them, for you, Spoon, in that, like, what is that hurdle they still need to get over when their other teams are going on these runs and their energy seems to dip? Like, what is that they need to overcome?
Well, that's the thing we always talk about, is the sustained energy. When we started the game out great, our energy level was high. We were doing all the necessary things that we asked in the scouting report. They were detailed. Everything was really detailed that first and fourth quarter, really detailed. But it's about that sustained energy. In order to be successful, you got to sustain that energy. And also, with everybody, anyone who steps between the 4 lines, the level of intensity has to remain. It has to remain at a very high level. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We got to continue to work. We got those 3 games remaining, just like the young ladies just said. Our mindset doesn't change. We still can control our own destiny down the stretch with these 3 games. We still feel comfortable about ourselves. We're going to remain confident in ourselves. The mission remains.
Cheryl talked about just her team needing to be better in their schemes defensively on Camila.
Mm-hmm.
They lapsed in that last game. I'm curious from your coaching perspective how you saw them maybe defending better or what.
Yeah, it was pretty crowded.
Yeah.
It was pretty crowded down there. So, our halftime was, allow the ball to be reversed. If they're gonna, if Camilla is gonna demand this type of attention, the ball just has to reverse to the open person, allow it to find the energy. But we did a really good job of punching it in that fourth quarter and got ourselves rolling. But that's where we're so successful, is when the ball touches her hands. It's whether she scores it or whether she's passing it. She does a really good job for us if she touches the ball. Just a touch, just the touch does a lot for us if that ball touches her hand. Because the shot that you're looking at, you're gonna get as the ball is reversed and probably get it wide open. But the moment we play through her, great things happen for us.
And then I know your mentality doesn't change, but just from like a competitor standpoint, I mean, like as a former player yourself, when now the playoff race is in someone else's hands, are you going to watch the Mystics games? Are you going to track like how they now finish out the season? Are you like ignoring that, not checking the scores and just locking in on your guys'?
No, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to pay attention to what's going on, but yet I'm dialed in on us. But I have to pay attention to what's happening in the standings because it's so vital down the stretch of what we must do. We must take care of ourselves, but yet still we want to know what everybody else is doing. So I will pay attention. Thank you.
We'll go to Roberta. Roberta.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
It looked like Camila kind of felt her shoulder during the game. I just wonder if she's okay, if there's any update.
Camila, she's fine. She's fine. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any more? Thank you.
Appreciate you all.